From several fans running onto the pitch to give a tennis player a kiss to a fan literally insulting a player mid-match. These are times tennis fans went too far. To kick things off at number 12, we have the time when a protester interrupted a match by jumping out the stands and wielding a flare. Luckily for the people present on the court, security handled the situation and prevented anything disastrous from occurring.
It's got like a smoke bomb or something.
Yes. The bare-chested protesters storming onto the court with a flare, stopping the men's singles final, while fast-acting security wrestled him to the ground and stomps out the flare.
Now that fan definitely took it too far. But wait till you have a look at this, because when Grigor Dimitrov was playing Shoshi Mabukuro, two Just Stop Oil protesters intruded the court as they jumped in and proceeded to throw orange-colored confetti the ground. Somehow, these guys respawned somewhere and did the same thing again, as they ran onto yet another court that day and scattered orange-colored confetti pieces during a match between Kate Bolter and Daria Seville. I'm not sure what I'm less impressed with, Wimbledon's security or the lack of creativity of the Just Stop Oil protesters to use confetti back-to-back.
Wait, please.
Once more.
The two protesters were taken care of by security. A similar situation was when Alexander Zverev complained to the umpire after he heard a fan using language from the most famous German man in history with the funny mustache. Tournament security made sure that this man was kicked out.
So who was the smart guy who said that? Put your hand up. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Okay.
That fan sure displayed some unethical behavior. But this fan was no different, as they repeatedly buzzed right before Tsitsipas served. This obviously distracted Tsitsipas, and he kindly asked for the woman to be escorted out by security.
Oh yeah? Yeah, Sinner's win in Canada on Sunday. Casper Ruud is out. He lost to Max Purcell whilst he qualified.
Disturbing the game seems to be the motive throughout these moments. Following through with the theme of the video, we have internet sensation Gideon. Gideon blew his air horn, which is a no-go in tennis, to which the officials kindly replied by asking him to stop. In other words, he was given a second chance, but not everyone seems to take second chances seriously, because he proceeded to blow his air horn again. Security wasn't so soft this time, as they personally escorted him out of the arena.
That's what I'm talking about! Woo, woo.
You have to remove that. Just come out the way, please.
They're celebrating without me! Sinner! Sinner! Sinner!
Maintaining focus throughout a set is vital. Even the slightest of distraction may result in a mistake. This fan didn't seem to understand that as he screamed out during the third set of the game where Novak Djokovic played Taylor Fritz.
Look at this.
That must have been annoying for the players. According to Novak Djokovic, this allegedly drunk fan in a Where's Wally costume was also annoying, as he provoked him from the first point. Novak had a word with security, and the fan was later kicked out of the stadium.
You know who it is? The guy's drunk out of his mind. From the first point, he's been provoking. He's not here to watch tennis. He just wants to get in my head. So I'm asking you, what are you going to do about it? You heard him at least 10 times.
We have a fan who badmouthed a player. A fan in the stands apparently called Nick Kyrgios a D. This turned into a heated dispute between Nick and the fan. Eventually, the fan was escorted out of the stadium. The list wouldn't be complete without Jimmy Jump, also known as the guy who was once the most famous pitch invader in the world. After streaking many football games, the Formula One, the Eurovision Song Contest, the Goya Awards, Jimmy decided to add tennis to his collection as he intruded the court and attempted to put an FC Barcelona flag on Roger Federer's head. He attempted to run, but security eventually took care of the situation.
That's just get this guy out of here.
That's no good.
Jimmy. We wonder where you will show up next. Our next moment doesn't compare to that, but it sure is sad. Naomi Osaka broke into tears after a fan screamed, "Naomi, you suck!" Osaka went on to lose the match sadly, but she did have the courage to address the crowd after the game.
Morning, George. It is unusual to hear from the losing player after a tennis match.
Time major champion and former world #1 tennis player in tears.
I just wanted to say thank you and congratulations.
While that was certainly heartbreaking, this is no less. During the second round of the Australian Open, a spectator rebuked Rafael Nadal and gave him the middle finger apparently for taking too long to serve. Rafael Nadal laughed through most of it, but it sure wasn't appropriate behavior from the fan.
He's had too much Guinness, maybe.
Oh dear.
Last but not least, we have one of the craziest fan moments in tennis, was when Kim Clijsters made a crazy bet to the crowd, promising a car to the first guy who would give a kiss to her opponent, Janine Wickmeyer, in the middle of an ongoing game.
Wat allemaal anders is, degene die Janina als eerste een kus geeft, die wint hier de witte lotto.
She reacted visibly shocked and surprised at the same time, while a bunch of guys came running down trying to be the first one to secure the win.